Hello, this is Darek, and today I'm going to tell you something about Russian language. Is Polish similar to Russian? This is the question I'm going to answer today. Some of you ask me about it, if I can speak Polish. Would it be easy to understand Russian language, or upside down? If I speak Russian, can I understand Polish language? In my opinion, no. It's not as easy as you may think, because Russian is something totally different. I've seen also questions and theories that Polish language is actually something like a dialect of Russian language, or it's even Russian but written in Polish alphabet, in Polish Latin actually, alphabet. So no, my dear friends, if you hear that kind of theory, just throw it to a bin, because it's not true. Polish is something totally different, and maybe it's just my example, or maybe it's just about me, but I cannot understand Russian language. I speak Polish for 27 years actually, and if I would have to speak to a Russian person, I would probably try to speak English.
Господи Иисусе.
Две ножки, на них встаешь.
Вот на вот эти?
Мишу, да.
Подожди, нет, стоп. Вот сюда я... Нет. Вот сюда я...
Пока желаешь, можешь сюда поставить.
When I hear a Russian song or Russian movie, conversation and so on, I cannot understand too much. Maybe just single words, but the whole meaning is not understandable for me. I can give you some examples. In Polish you say dzień dobry, which means good morning. In Russian, здравствуйте. Здравствуйте, dzień dobry. Is it similar? Alright, maybe it's just one example. Let's check another one. Mam na imię Darek. Меня зовут Darek. Меня зовут, mam na imię. Ile masz lat? In Polish, how old are you? In Russian, Сколько тебе лет? Сколько тебе лет? Maybe my pronunciation isn't super fluent, but I think it sounds like that. You see, I gave you some examples, and how do you think? Are these examples, these sentences similar? Sounds even the same? Well, what about other Polish people? Do we understand Russian language? I would say that many years ago, about 30-40 years ago, everyone was obligated to learn Russian language. It was something what was necessary to know. My parents, uncles, people about 50, they can understand Russian. Maybe the conversation wouldn't be super fluent if they would try to talk with a Russian person, but I think they could understand much more than I could. So some things in Polish, some things in Russian, and they could understand with one another. But now, if I would have to talk to a Russian person, I would probably try to speak English than rather Russian and Polish. So if you expect something like that, I will learn Polish or Russian, and it would be easier to learn other Slavic languages. Maybe you're kind of right, because it's something totally different than English, if English is your mother language. But if you think that this particular language, Polish, will help you improve your Russian skills, because of your Polish will be easier to learn, I don't think so. It's just my opinion. Of course, learning languages and to know this mechanism, how learning languages work, this is very helpful, and it seems you are smart because you are able to learn Polish language or Russian language from scratch. But sometimes people tell me, hey, it would be great to learn Russian and Czech, Lithuanian. Lithuanian is actually not a Slavic language at all. Ukrainian, Belarusian, and so on. So remember, some things will be similar, but other words might be even tricky. There might be some funny situations, but maybe I will make a video about it. Because you expect that this Polish word means the same in Czech or Slovakian, but no, it's something totally different. Let's summarize what I said. Russian isn't the same like Polish. It's not about the alphabet. You can learn the alphabet in one day, even in a few hours. I can maybe not understand. I can just read the alphabets. It's Cyrillica, something totally different than Polish. Just a few letters are the same, but most of these letters are written and spelled different. It doesn't give me ability to understand the language. Slavic languages are kinda similar, but I would say it's nothing like, for example, Portuguese and Spanish. As I know, these languages are pretty similar, and my friends tell me that if you can speak Spanish, you can understand a person from Portugal. Maybe your opinion is also different about this topic. It would be great if you could share one more time. Unfortunately, here it doesn't work like that. Maybe you are a Polish person and you can understand more Russian than me. Maybe you learned Polish and you can understand Russian people also. Just write about it in a comment. If you want to learn something more about Polish language, about Polish customs, Polish culture, just subscribe to my channel, and I will record some new movies, new videos, new episodes, and I hope interesting things about Polish. Subscribe me and click the ringing bell. Bye bye and see you soon.